Welcome back to my channel, Georgia Girl, Your Woman Wellness, and more. Today I'll be talking about authorized awareness, but I want to shout out the nurses called Today Start Nurse Week. I have a lot I want to be sharing this month. Hope y'all tune in. I got a lot of my lives scheduled. I'm gonna have some awareness live scheduled. I was gonna do I did do some shorts on women's health, but women's health actually kick off the day after the 12th of May. So they have that day observed for women's health. So I'll just do a live. I got it set up for next Monday. Hope everybody have had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. God is good. Hopefully I get a panel in this week. I know I got a doctor appointment tomorrow. Hey Tara, how you doing? Good to see you. I was trying to pin that. Welcome in, welcome in. Did you get my email today? Your packet should be there probably about let's see, I think the 12th. Yeah. Welcome in. I'm your host. Thank you, Terry, for dropping those. This month here has a lot of awareness, and I'm going to try to put out some content on each one. I did do like an introduction video of some of the things that I want to talk about this month. So this month here, I have a lot of commentary coming up to about awareness. But right now, I don't know if y'all seen my video. This is my daughter. This is my firstborn. She is the nurse of the family. Before I get into talking about authorized awareness, I want to salute all the nurses and especially my daughter for all the hard work she has put in. I remember her studying late nights, trying to get those reports out. My daughter went through phlebotomist. She passed phlebotomist. She was a phlebotomist at first. Then she went back to school for LPN, and now she's currently a RN. So I said my baby deserve her flowers today. All the nurses does deserve their flowers, and I wanted y'all to put some flowers in the chat because nurses, I think they have one of the hardest jobs out there. Next to a doctor, the nurses are the ones have one of the hardest jobs. I mean, they have to see about them all, you know. They have to deal with different types of people and all, you know. I salute those nurses because I don't think I can do it. You know, it's more than just people look at like when you see about your kids or you see about other people that's nursing, but if you ain't never just actually did nursing, you can't, that's why I said I'm proud of my daughter. I was like, how do you do it? And she been doing it since she got out of high school in she been in high school in I think 2007, and she didn't, she had to after she got out of high school, she found out she was pregnant, but she didn't let that stop her. She had my first grandchild, but she went on to school, went on to college, and she took up phlebotomist. Hey, Ace, welcome. Let's give our nurses, let's give everybody some flowers today. I'll be talking about authorized awareness after I finish saluting all the nurses. Hey, pre-retirement, y'all check out my tribute video I did for my daughter today, and I was just talking about the importance of the nurses. They are very good to see you, Ace of Spades. Yeah, I think I remember you. Let's put some roses and flowers in the chat for all the nurses around the world. Like I said, I think they have one of the hardest jobs in the United States because I know when that pandemic came around, my daughter was on the go. When that pandemic came out, that didn't even stop my daughter. She kept on. She had to go back to work. She had to go in with all that. She was covered up with mask, and she was in one of those suits. That didn't stop those nurses. So those nurses still had to go to work when we was at home. When we was at home during the pandemic, the nurses was out doing their work. So I salute my daughter and all the nurses around the world, and we need our nurses. Like I said, with some of the things that I've been dealing with my health, my daughter always have been there for me. Anytime I don't understand anything or any type of my medication that I've been on, I know she's familiar with it. She used to help give me shots when I was taking shots for arthritis. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. She was there, and she's Nurse Moore. That is her name. It's Nurse Moore, but she's my baby. She's my firstborn, and I'm so proud. I am a proud parent to have witnessed all the things that she have accomplished. Like I said, being a nurse is not easy, and I be like, girl, how you done did it for all these years? I was there when she graduated from RN. I was there when she graduated from LPN and phlebotomist. She got, she got a degree, diploma in all of those. But she said she want to go back and get her master's. And I told her, I said, look, just continue to keep God first, and He'll direct your path. So, is anybody in the chat? Any nurses in the chat? Is any nurses in the chat? These flowers are for all the nurses around the world. Yeah, I'm supposed to been talking about women's health, but they don't observe that day until May 12th. So I got a lives already scheduled. It's good to see everybody. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I don't know what I'll do about my little nurse. I have my own in-house nurse. Like I said, she showed me a lot of stuff. But when I was doing those Humira shots, I used to be scared to give myself a shot, right? But my daughter, she just assists me in it. She assists me in a lot. So I'm so proud of her. She worked hard. She worked real hard. She's a nurse where she have to travel. She have travel out of state. She has traveled, different state to work. You know, she had even been like, and I know she's so dedicated to nursing. I remember one time I was waiting on her to meet me in another town, right? We supposed to be did something together. And I was just wondering where she was. I'm like, girl, where you at? Where you at? And it was a couple had an accident on the highway, and she did her duty first. She said, "Mama, I just witnessed a man on a motorcycle died right there on the spot, and his wife were with him, but she lived it. But she was one of the first nurses to be on the scene, so she did her skills. She helped them much as she could, but she said that the man died right on the spot. And I told her, I said, oh, okay. I was wondering where she was. And when duty calls, she do it. She could be like, you could be a stranger by her being in the nursing. If she sees someone need help, my daughter gonna help. She's gonna help too, because that's what she was. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? I changed topics because women's health actually started on May 12th. So I'll just do that on that day. I got a lot of material I want to put out this month because May got a lot of awareness. So I'll be sharing information all month on different awareness. How you been doing? I was just giving my daughter her flowers. Can we get my daughter and some nurses their roses? Because those nurses do deserve their flowers, guys. They do deserve their flowers. Cause that's one job. I don't think I don't think I could do it. I'm just being honest. Cause I see all the they have to, like when you be a phlebotomist, I see how they be sticking me with those needles and stuff. I don't think I could do that to nobody else. But my daughter is very strong minded. She's dedicated. And like I said, she took an honor to take care of people, and that's what she does. Like I said, it could be somebody, like not too long ago, it was somebody had a wreck not too far from. I'm up here with my babies too, y'all. So that was some of my delay. I was up here. It was an accident not too far from where she lived, and she was out there trying to help the people. She tried to help. If my daughter sees somebody on the road in an accident, she ain't gonna walk down. She's not gonna walk down because that's her job, and if she can help somebody, she gonna do it. They're right. Forgive people, give people their flower. That's why I said let's give these nurses their flowers, y'all. They deserve their flowers. And I think it's also Teachers Week. It's a lot going on in May. I think Teachers Week started in May too. I mean, we thank God for our teachers also. So today I'm talking about Nurse Week, and I'll be sharing some information about arthritis awareness, which I am diagnosed with arthritis. I got the kind. I have OA. I have it in my back, and I have it real bad in my back, but it also run down my leg to my knee. But yes, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody have had a good weekend. I hope everybody have had a good day. Yes, that's my oldest right there, y'all. She's my oldest. A lot of them say she favor me, so I can see it a little bit. I can see it a little bit, but I always thought she favored her dad. But a lot of people be saying she looks like me, and this is when she graduated from college, when she did LPN. Those years ago, because that was Yana when she was a baby. Look, you see Yana, Miss Key? I think Yana probably about, ooh, oh, she hadn't even had KJ then. She hadn't even had KJ. Hey, Bud Files, how are you doing? I'm just honoring my daughter today and all the nurses. It is Nurse Week. She favored both of us. It is Nurse Week, and I want to give all the nurses their flowers. Y'all check out my video in my description. I did a tribute to my daughter. She's a RN, a phlebotomist, and a LPN, and I'm so proud of her. That's why I said she have had the patience to see about patients. She also had patience to see about me because she helped me also. When something I don't understand, I always let her look at my medication. She helped monitor things for me. Anything that I don't understand, I ask my daughter because she's in the medical field and she's been doing it for years. I've been trying to get her to be a guest over here. I still ain't got her that, but my son gonna be a guest pretty soon. He gonna be going over his products, and we're gonna have a show, and he gonna introduce his product, and I'm gonna have his link in my chat. But other than that, I'm doing great. Like I said, I got a lot of awareness I want to put out this month. I'll be talking about mental health, women health. Today, I'm gonna be sharing some things about arthritis awareness, fibromyalgia. That's some of the things that I deal with, and I'll be talking about um, water safety. So I got a full month of awareness. Y'all just got to keep your bells on because either I put them in shorts or I have some live stream. I already got a live stream coming up for the following Monday, cause that's when week women's health kick off on that day. I thought it was today, but it started on Mother's Day. But I doubt I'll do any commentary about it on Mother's Day. That's why I start on the 12th. Yeah, she's a LPN and a RN and a phlebotomist. Yes, her first journey was a phlebotomist. That's where they draw the blood and do different things and check the vitals. She's all. I mean, she love it. She loves her job, y'all. This was she graduate. Hey, Sassy, how you done? Happy Monday. I said today is Monday awareness. I'm shouting out all the nurses. I want to honor all the ones, and I also want to honor my daughter. And I was just sharing some history about my daughter. That is my daughter right there. That is my firstborn. She's a RN, a LPN, and a phlebotomist. And she want to go back and get her master's, but I'm so proud of her. Look, I was a little younger back then. I was a little slimmer. That arthritis and them bones weren't hurting that bad back then. Yeah. Thank you. And we have any nurses in the chat? Do we have any nurses in the chat? Let's give people their flowers, guys. Yes, she loved it, Sass. I be like, girl, how you do it? These are my custom badges. I get these with the membership. I made these on my own, and my members are able to type those up. Yes, I'm so proud. Yeah, that's my oldest granddaughter. She will live, and that's my husband. That's a pretty old picture. That picture. You remember what year that was, Junior? When she first graduated? I know she finished school in 2007. Then that's when she ended up with my granddaughter here. But after that, she went on to college. That's why I said she didn't let having kids stop her for fulfilling her dreams. She ended up with two small children during that time, but she still was able to finish her. No, I don't, girl, baby. Yeah, I was a little bigger then, but honey, them bones weren't. Look, them bones ain't wasn't hurting as bad as they hurt. I did good. Cause that's what I'm finna talk about now. Arthritis. Arthritis, when you have chronic and inflammatory arthritis, feel like somebody done ran over your body. It, yeah, the hair still the same. You know, I love that part. I love that part right now, dude. That's my signature. I love that part. I wasn't wearing glasses back then, y'all. I was still working back then. I had on my little leather jacket. Get at me. I look still with the same hairstyle. I'm so old school, y'all. I'm so old school. But I just wanted to acknowledge that all the nurses today, like I said, being a nurse is hard work. I see, the late night studies. My daughter had to go through and stuff. Yeah, that's when she graduated for RN. The first picture was when she graduated for LPN. Now this one here is when she graduated for RN. And then she graduated from phlebotomist. But yeah, I'm still the same right now, too. Still the same. Still the same. Nothing too much change. They got a little thick, but still the same. But that's my baby, y'all. We had surprised her with I think she got by like 5 or 6 dozen of roses. You know who idea that was. You know who idea that was. Flowers. I love flowers. And to me, everyone deserved their flowers. Don't matter. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you for sharing me out. I do appreciate you. Um, I saw what you had cooked yesterday, too. How was it? How was that plant-based food? How was it? Yeah, she's a RN and she's also a phlebotomist. Yeah, she got 3 titles, but right now she's currently in an RN. She's one of those nurses that travel. She have been traveling out of the state. She's she's all with it, and I'm so proud. Yep, I am so proud of her. Yep. But this was in Alabama where she graduated. Y'all have anybody in y'all family that are nurses? Y'all honor them today with flowers. Show them some love. Yes, cause we need our nurses, y'all. That is one field we need. We need plenty more because I know my daughter be swamped sometimes. She be up on that floor and then she have like tendonitis and swelling too. To my mama, you done passed all that stuff to me. I said, hopefully you won't get chronic like me. Hopefully you'll be able to stand up on your feet long. Cause I had got mine got so bad I couldn't do it. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to sharing about the nurses. Like I said, my daughter. You remember when they were doing the pandemic, right? She was gonna go out of the state. I think they was sending a lot of overseas and stuff like that. She was gonna go, but she didn't go. But she was going out of town, helping out when they was short a nurse. Cause a lot of those nurses could have refused to work during the pandemic, but they couldn't do it because it was people out there needing help. And my daughter, she did end up. I'm like, how, girl, you end up with she ended up with that virus, even though they was covered. They had them covered from head to toe, y'all. My daughter would come in the house. She had one of them shields over her face, right? That's why I said, some nurses have to work through it all, especially those nurses would be in there with them women having babies. That's why I said nursing ain't my field. Nursing is not my field, but that's a good field to be in because they gonna always need nurses. So shout out to those women and men because they got men nurses also. Shout out to them. Junior, you didn't want to be a nurse? I asked my son, he wanted to be a nurse. He's a businessman, so I gotta bring him on. Now huh? And what? In the sink? What? I ain't know. I probably cook it. Lord, I thought she had got through cooking. But yeah, I just wanted to come on for a brief moment. And like I said, if y'all missed my video earlier, I did shout my daughter out. I had put it on Facebook. I don't know if y'all follow me on Facebook. I did. I shared it in my I also shared it in a short. That's my baby, y'all. That's my baby. My day was good, Ace. How are your day? Good to see you. Come back to see me now. We have Ace Spades in the chat. We had pre-retirement. Good to see you, pre-retirement. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Good to see you too, Terry. I hope you get your package soon. Miss Key and Sassy, y'all. Good to see y'all. We'll be back on the challenge pretty soon. I think we're gonna post it this week on the we'll probably see it, put it on the community wall. Child, I wish I felt the same. Woo, child. I'm just looking at the chat on my phone, trying to see it in it. Yeah. I used to be so scared when my daughter was going out to the hospital, but she was like, Mom, I gotta go. Yes, it was. It was rough. That pandemic first came out, it was rough. And my daughter had to go to work every day, y'all. When everybody else was at home, the nurses was still at them hospitals. They just had to be all covered up from head to toe. Yeah. They had to be covered up from head to toe. I'm like, girl, how you work with all that stuff on? She had a shield over her face. Like to me, she looked like an astronaut. I mean, she was covered from head to toe. But she still ended up with COVID. I'm like, girl, how you end up with COVID? She still ended up with it. She said, Mama just being around all them patients. That's why a lot of the people didn't want to wear them masks. But I didn't used to like to wear the mask. I'm just gonna tell you. That seemed like it make your face itchy or something. And did y'all see my nails on the video? They're real clear. I just didn't want to do really that much color this time. Yeah. I didn't get them too long. 'Cause I can't deal with them. They real long. But shout out again to the nurses. Y'all are so important. Y'all are loved. And like I told my daughter, I'm so, so proud. She want to go back to get a master's. I don't know when she talking about doing it, but that's the next thing she want to do. What make me so proud of her, you know, she didn't let having kids stop her, And see, that was some of the things that I wished I had known. When I had my daughter, I had just finished trade school. I had just finished trade school. I was just going to get ready to graduate from technical school, and I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. But I know I shouldn't have let that stop me. I should have still moved further and tried to do something else. But I was able to take up business and retailing and marketing and things like that. That's why I like to be strategizing on different types of things because I took up that course trying to market and sell and stuff like that. That's why y'all see me do a lot of promotion and stuff because I did get a diploma in that. And I wished I had to further it a little bit more. But I said, after I had my daughter, I'm thinking, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go and just get a job. But these days, people are still going back to school. A lot of people doing stuff online and stuff like that. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Kenny, that's my daughter right there. She's a RN. This week is Nurse Week. Y'all check out my video. I got in my description. Y'all see what I had. And I think I got it on my community wall. Well, I honored my daughter today. And shout out to all the nurses. Yes. But May have a lot of awareness. And I'm going to try to get to all of them. Not today, but y'all will see some different information and commentary about awareness all this month. All this month, y'all will be seeing may have at least 150 some where they honor different types of illnesses. They do different types of awareness. I know I'll be sharing at least information on at least 5 or 6. So I want to talk about arthritis. How many people in the chat deal with arthritis? Back then when my grandmother and my mom used to be in a lot of pain, I didn't think until I got diagnosed myself that I didn't know arthritis can do you to what the way it does. It can cripple you. It can have you where you can't walk at all. It'll mess up your mobility. It's just to have you in pain. And I didn't, like I said, I wasn't all into back then I wasn't into the internet. You know, I was just going to school. I think I had got a little phone when I got out of school. I didn't even have a phone while I was in school. I wasn't where I'm able to get research on things the way I'm researching now. So I used to wonder, my grandma would be saying, "Ooh, I got to get me some Bengay. I got to get me some alcohol." And I used to wonder why they want to use all that stuff until I started witnessing these things for myself. That's why I said my daughter have been my nurse, and she still help make sure I'm good. When I had to take shots, I had to take shots in my back when I first got diagnosed with inflammatory arthritis. Y'all do? It's painful, ain't it? When I first got diagnosed with inflammatory arthritis, I used to have to get a shot. I supposed to been getting a shot in my hip, And I supposed to been doing it myself, but like my nerves would never let me do it. So my daughter, she would always give me a shot, and I was taking shots every 14 days. And that was making me gain more and more weight because the shots does have, hey series, the shot does have steroids in them. I'm still taking shots. Good to see you. I have myarthritis in my left knee. That's why I move every day to keep those joints. Yeah, yeah. I move, but it ain't as fast as it used to be. How you doing, series? Good to see you. Today I'm honoring all the nurses, and that is my daughter back there. She's a RN, LPN, and a phlebotomist. And I've been giving all the nurses that flowers today. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Like it been a little windy, like it been a little cool today. It was a little cool yesterday. Like when it get cooler, my joints ache. But yeah, I have authorized in my knees, and I also have it in my back, and it get very painful. It had me feeling so uncomfortable. That's why when I've been sat here for a long time. I can't be if I sit out a long time, I can't hardly get up, y'all. I can't, cause my joints I got weak joints due from having arthritis, inflammatory arthritis. So Kenneth, y'all doing okay with it? And I seen those pictures you sent me. Kenneth had sent me some pictures of him and his family. Those were some nice pictures. Yes, I was just sharing about when my daughter went to school. She graduated. She got three degrees, one in RN, one in phlebotomist, and one in RN, LPN. And she's also one of those nurses that his food right there. What do you want? They have food right there. She's it's cool to me. Where that cool air coming from? She's also one of those travel nurses where she be on call. He got a cold too. Uh, she one of those nurses that be on call, like if they need her. Sometimes she be out of town and things like that. But she's very dedicated, y'all. I be like, girl, how do you do it? She's like my best friend, also, y'all. We do a lot together. That's my baby. That's my baby. Y'all see her? That's my baby. She's my oldest. She's my oldest. She love her job. You know what I mean? She love being a nurse. That's her right there. Yep. She got degrees in all three of those. She finished college in Alabama. Yeah, that's my baby. She believed she could, so she did. She really did, y'all. She was very positive about what she wanted to do. Very positive about what she wanted to do in her life. I understand some people can't move due to health issues. I will consult your doctor before. Yeah, that's why, we're going to do some walking in the next challenge. We got walking for a week. I think that's the first challenge. If I don't forget, I'm going to send it to you in email if I don't forget. Um, I told Miss Key I'm going to walk, I don't know how far, but I'm just going to do a little. My doctor, they want me to keep moving. They want me to move, but if I have swelling and stuff like that, I don't. Because the last 2 weeks I've been dealing with blood. I gotta go to the doctor tomorrow, matter of fact. I gotta go get a shot tomorrow. And I'm gonna do a few steps. I probably ain't gonna be as fast as you and me key now, but every year I try to put in some. Yeah, I'm listening, drivers. Okay, don't you, girl, be careful on that road now. Be careful on that road. Yeah, this is my oldest right here, y'all. I have a boy and a girl. Y'all see my son. We're gonna do. He'll be on. I think we're gonna try to shoot for one day this week. He is a entrepreneur. He got some products. He want me to show y'all. I have his link. He doing some wellness products and some more things. So he has something like he have energy drinks, protein shakes and stuff like that. But he'll have a website. Huh? They don't want you. Well, y'all ate up everything. I didn't have none. Well, I don't know. I just got up here today, so somebody ate it up. I didn't have none. But yeah, Serious, how you been doing today? Did you have a great weekend? Did y'all have a great weekend? The only two songs that I do. Well, you have to eat what? What day would these activities look like? Tell them hey. Hey. These are shitter sour cream. What's wrong with him? I told my auntie, oh, check that day. Oh, they still good. Good curry one. Sure. Get him one. What's wrong, Kyrie? You don't feel good? It's kind of cool in here. Maybe it's just me. But I'm gonna get into a little of this commentary about authorized awareness. Where's this cup at? He wants some of them chilled. Don't let him get choked now. Like I said, this month I have a lot I want to share when it comes down to wellness. Like I said, cut that light on right now. I need some little light. KJ, cut that light on. I should have brought I think I left it at home, my light thing. I think I left it at home. But this month I got a lot of stuff I want to share when it comes down to awareness. You know, like I said, I'm not a doctor or nurse. I'm only a YouTube creator, and I share things that I feel might be helpful to me and others. I possibly did the women's health today, but it really don't kick off until the 12th. So I got some stuff I want to talk about on that. It's about 5 or 6 topics I want to get into this month. So right now I want to talk about authorizes awareness. Okay. In 1972, at the urging of Authorizer Foundation, Congress and President Richard M. Nixon designated May as National Authorizers Month, a special time to emphasize on research, service, and education around authorizers and to raise funds to support the cause. May is Authorized Awareness Month, highlighting conditions that impact nearly 60 million Americans. Like I said, when I was coming up, y'all, I used to hear my mama talking about Arthur, Arthur mess you up. You know, I mean, like, what are they talking about? And until I started having that pain myself and dealing with it on my own, I can say I know, like, I know what Arthur is, and it stands for authorizes. And like days like those cloudy days, those cold days, it really take a toll on your body. I mean, I know when sometimes, like I said, when it rain, you could tell when it cloudy weather, rainy weather, my knee, and where I had this procedure done on my hip, like my left side, that is my weakest area of my body. This left side of my body is weak when it come down from that nerve from my back down to my knees, even the bottom of my feet sometimes hurt. That's why I realized that she be sitting down all the time, don't she? You know, I get up and move around, but I have mobility issues. I hop around because I walk like this. But I thank God I'm walking, and it used to be worse on me, but things has gotten a little better through faith, through prayer, but it's not curable what I'm going through. So I just take one day at a time, continue to ask God to keep blessing me. You know, lately I've been feeling pretty good. I've been going for treatments. I gotta go for one tomorrow. Okay, they said May is Authorized Awareness Month, highlighting the condition impacts nearly 60 million Americans. Whether you or a loved one is affected, understanding arthritis is essential is explore valuable resources, treatment options, and lifestyle changes. Manage from symptoms from inflammation. I'm just reading it off my computer. Um, I remember when I first got diagnosed with inflammatory arthritis. It was right after I had my cancer diagnosed. I used to work in like they call it a chicken plant. I'm not sure if y'all know what that is. I used to stand up and use my hands and you know working on a assembly line. And we stood there. They gave us like two breaks. Two breaks. I think we had maybe about two breaks. And you know how most jobs they don't let you have no long break. I think our first break was kind of like 10 minutes. Okay, we would have a 10-minute break, and we would have a lunch, 30-minute lunch, and then we would get like another 10-minute break. But meanwhile, we would be in our job, and they supposed to rotate you and stuff like that. But being on a job, standing for 8 hours on cement is murder on your back. And I did it. See, I did 10 years on one job, uh, 11 on another one. So I was standing on a job for over 20 some years. Just and they were saying I probably was using bad posture. I probably wasn't standing like straight. You know how you be at a supposed to be like have good posture when you stand. I used to be all like this, all like that, trying to catch them chicken. Cause I was working on a assembly line. Yeah, if y'all know what an assembly line is, a production line. And I used to have to try to catch up with the line and cut this and pull that, and all of that wear and tear was over the years. I didn't know it was gonna come out to get me. And once I was diagnosed with my thyroid cancer, my body went through so many changes. So many changes. It really affected me mentally, spiritually, and financially. My whole life changed. I was wondering why. It's just like I had started hurting. Pain just was getting deliberate. It was just like the pain was getting worse and worse every day, every day. And so I had to go to a doctor. They sent me to specialists, had to get a lot of blood work. And it showed that the lady told me, she said, I don't see where you'll be able to stand again on your job. They told me, but I didn't think the lady, I'm like, what is she saying? Is that, am I going to be crippled? Am I going to be able to walk again? She told me, she said, I don't see where you'll be able to do it. After then, she told me that I started going to a back doctor, going to a rheumatologist. I was currently seeing someone from a thyroid. I was going to like 3 and 4 specialists at one time. And like I said, I thank God right now. That pain shooting right through my knee right now. It be a lot of time I be on my live. Y'all might not see me switching up. Sometimes when I be switching and moving, I be trying to get myself comfortable. So um, I can sit here and talk about all the things that I have dealt with, and I can also tell you about some of the things that I have overcome. And so the arthritis is one of those things that you can't. It's no cure. It's no cure for it. It's dealing with inflammation and pain and a lot of people use warm pack. Some use warm pack. Some use cold. Some people get shots. It just all depends on the nature of it and how bad it is. You heard of rheumatoid arthritis. We got OA. We have psoriatic arthritis. It's different. It's 100 different types of arthritis, and it'll affect each person differently. They have the kind that'll cripple you, that'll put you in a wheelchair. And my doctor already told me I got the kind, that I could probably end up in one, but I'm not claiming that. I said, Lord, just keep giving me the strength to be able to do what I'm able to do. Cause she was telling me that she was like because of the pain and the severity of it. But I'm just gonna read some facts about arthritis. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to judge no one. I'm not here to tell nobody about what they should do. If you see something going on with you, please don't hesitate. Yeah, arthritis is painful. Sometimes you can shake it off, and then if it chronic and if it comes due from wear and tear, it's hard to get rid of. Cause ask me, cause I done been through so much, uh, did so much blood work, been stuck so many times. So I'm at the point I just live with it. I'm living with it, and I thank God for my life. Um, so they said the basic facts about arthritis. Okay, I'm reading off my computer, guys. Um, they say about 1 in 4 adults and hundreds of thousands of children in the U.S. have been diagnosed by a doctor with a form of arthritis or related illness. Contrary to the common misconception, it's not just on old person. It's not an old person disease. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I used to think when I was coming up. Like I thought just older people get it, but anybody can get it because it's like it's an immune thing. It's an immune disease or disorder. If you don't know if y'all done heard of rheumatoid arthritis. I can't really see who's in the chat because I'm on my phone. I can't see the comments. I'm going to have to go on my computer. Go through on my computer and see if I see any comments because right now I'm not seeing any. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I can't even see no comments. But anyway, I got it. I was seeing some comments earlier. I just had to refresh my phone so I could see the comment. Hey, East Dad, how are you doing? You about to go back to work? You saw me? Well, thank you. That's my daughter right there. I'm honoring nurses for this week. Y'all have any nurses in your family? Like I said, let's just give those flowers to those nurses because they deserve their flowers. Like I tell you, my daughter been working hard. I mean, she been through three. She did all three of those. She got a degree in all three of those: RN, LPN, and phlebotomist. And she have nursed me. She have helped me. She has always been there for others. She's very dedicated, and I'm so proud of her. Very proud. But that's my oldest right there, my oldest child. And yeah, then I was sharing some things about arthritis. May is Arthritis Awareness Month. Yeah, that's my baby right there, y'all. That's her right there. It's good to see you, East Dad. You said mine is due to where, I said, when I move a certain way, I can feel it's, see, my pain and my arthritis is due from my back. They told me my back is causing this left side, everything. And they were like, it just seemed like it's just on one side. And, like when I move my leg a certain way, y'all might see me sometime when I be frying up. It's right there in that joint. Tomorrow I gotta go get a shot too. Yeah, children be diagnosed with it. It's like rheumatoid arthritis. It's like an immune thing. Hey Joshua. Hey Frank. How are you doing? So I had to refresh my phone. Hey Joshua. I couldn't see the comments. How's everybody doing? Today I was just honoring nurses for Nurses Week. This is my daughter back here. I'm so proud of her. So I was telling everybody to give everybody their flowers because they do deserve their flowers. Being a nurse is a job. I see how hard my daughter have worked. I see how dedicated she is. Like I said, in this neighborhood here, just down the road a couple of weeks ago, someone had in an accident. She couldn't just pass by those people because she had that. She was honored to do that. She was sworn in just like you're in the army. You do those duties. She's dedicated. She was like, "Mama, I'll be home." Somebody had a wreck, and she told him. She told him who she was, and she's registered. You know, she's got her license where she's able to. If someone she see might be a strange, but if she see someone had a car wreck and see them outside the road on the ground, she gonna stop. She's not gonna pass by. She's gonna do her duties and go out there and try to save them. Cause that's just how she is, and she have done it before. Cause on the job I was just talking about how my back and stuff got messed up from that job.
Well, today I wanna make something with you. Can we make peanut butter?
No,
I have all the peanuts we need.
I can't make peanut butter. I seen no peanuts your mama got. Not that kind of peanut. Those are ball peanut. Where you get them from?
Huh? Oh, at Shady House. Some country people.
Oh, okay. But let grandma finish talking about this right here.
Okay. And then
I'm gonna get some. We're gonna make something this week. I got some oranges in there. You want an orange?
Yeah. I love oranges. Oranges are yummy, yummy, yummy. Let me. I don't see.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I have my days, but God is good.
I don't see the orange.
Look in the door right there. I brought some oranges.
I still don't see them.
In the door of the right there.
This door?
Yeah, look on the door right there. Or the refrigerator. You don't see the oranges in that door? Your mama moved them there. Look in that drawer. But yeah, I'm hanging in there. Y'all haven't nursed anything?
Come show me what you're talking about.
Look, where the onions and stuff be at. On the side of the door, Boosie.
This side?
Yeah, you don't see no oranges? I put 4 oranges in there.
These?
Yeah, those oranges.
Oh, I thought they were fruit stuff.
You thought it was a grapefruit? No.
Yeah.
Gotta go back. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Don't do that.
This one is almost my birthday.
Yeah, her birthday next, 2 more weeks?
Yeah. I
You
think
need
it 23 days.
You need a knife. Go get a knife and a paper towel.
Okay.
Oh, but yes. I'm doing great. I'm hanging out. Hey, Frank, how you been doing? I was talking about arthritis and stuff.
Paper towel.
You got the hiccup. Drink some water. You got the hiccups. You still growing?
What's that book?
The hiccup.
You say hiccup.
Hiccup.
You say hiccup now. You say hiccup.
Hiccup. Hiccup.
You keep on saying.
Hiccup.
You keep saying hiccup.
Don't waste that. Don't put that.
It's now a hip. It's a hip.
Drink you some water. It'll go away.
Okay, I know the way to go.
Ooh, my hand's sticky. Frank, how you been doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I was talking about, like I said, I was honoring the nurses today. That's my baby back there. Happy Nurse Week to her. Let's give those nurses some flowers, y'all. Come tell you, those nurses have one of the hardest jobs. We need our nurses. Because I tell you, when that pandemic was going on, they was out there. Those nurses was out there. Okay, then. Thank you for listening. Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Well, that's great. I know I was looking at some of your videos. You've been doing like the updates on the games and stuff like that. I've been seeing that. But yeah, I'm so proud of, I be like, girl, how you do it? Seeing all that blood and people be broke all up and ugh. But she got the stomach and the patience. But yeah, and then I was talking about authorized awareness. Like I said, may have a lot of awareness, so I'll be sharing information on different topics all this month. But I was just talking about the arthritis. We just thought it was who thought that arthritis was an old disease? It ain't no old disease. Is anybody? Children get arthritis problem, rheumatoid arthritis. There are at least 100 different types of arthritis. Like I said, some have you where you can't walk at all. Cause I remember the other week I had got so much fluid on my knee. When I went in there to get my treatment, I told them folks, and like it was taking so long to see by. I told my daughter, I'm going to the emergency room. I said, I'm going to the emergency room. I said, the only thing they're gonna do is tell me I'm gonna have to go back to my doctor. I gotta go tomorrow and get a shot. I have to get treatments every week. But it's no cure for arthritis. I have it bad in my back. They showed me my um x-rays. They showed me the thing on my MRI. They just told me I got a lot of wear and tear. Wear and tear from standing on that job for all those years. Like I said, we took a 10-minute break here and there. We had a 30-minute lunch. We're trying to catch those chicken going down that line. It was a lot of days. I just let them went down the line. I get rolled up. They be like, why you let your product go down the line? All this stuff.
I have some cereal.
Okay, don't make. I thought you were gonna eat orange.
Oh, I didn't want.
All them days I used to have to run and try to catch them birds. I wish I had to let all of them went now. I know I was gonna end up having issues with my arm and shoulder,
Wait, Mom, what did you
back
do
and stuff.
when you was a kid?
I was at a warehouse worker that was real. Yeah, that type of work there is just wear your body out. What, Boosie?
So when you did that, you kept on Tracy bugs?
No, I was cutting the bird. Like the whole bird.
Yeah.
They would put the bird on like a little shape thing like that. It's like a cone, right? They'll have somebody loading the chicken, right? One person load, one person cut the legs, one person cut the wings, one person cut the thighs, one person. They had a person for every part of the chicken. And in the wing, I'm like, the line going so fast, y'all. Like, I'm trying to keep up with it. It was a production line. And you had to be in speed to be able to catch the thing. Woo, child. I said, And I had,
to see the code.
let's see. It's still some good. Don't make no mess, yeah. And I caught it. I had shoulder surgery on this shoulder. That was painful. This one need to have. I need surgery on this one, but I didn't. I wasn't gonna go through that another surgery. I remember when I had this surgery here done. Ooh, that was horrible.
What happened? What did they do to your arm?
They had to go in and cut some stuff off my arm. They want to do this one, but they told me it was up to me. I've been dealing with it all these years. Well, I found out a couple years ago I had a torn rotator cuff, and I like, how I do that? I said, I'm not even working, and they said it come from over years working at warehouses, working on production line. It got arthritis in it, and it got inflammation. Arthritis and nothing but inflammation. And then I got it in this arm, on this left side, my lower back, go down my leg. I mean, whoo, child. But I thank God I can be able to sit up in this chair. Sometimes I had to put pillows behind me, sit on pillows. I have to get comfortable. Like when I be at my daughter's house, I don't be in my unless I go in the other room. I don't be in a I don't be in a I have a recliner that I sit in. Right now I'm just sitting on a hard chair.
I need a spoon.
Girl, look it now. You worried me. I'm
I
talking right
just
now.
want
Hold on,
to
y'all.
get to know it. Mom, is it
Look in
done?
the dishwasher and see if it in there.
The dish? There's nothing in the dishwasher. Trust me.
That one right there. Rinse that off right there.
Blah.
But yeah, like I said, I done came a mighty long way. I'm back, Terry. I was trying to see what my little granddaughter was doing. Don't make no mess now. But I will be having my live schedule as I talk over my commentary. I haven't got on the mental health part yet, Terry, but it's coming up. I've just been sharing some different things, but it's coming up. I'm going to talk about that. It's a bunch of topics I want to talk about this month. Don't make no mess with that water. But like I said, my daughter, she just like my nurse too. Cause I was scared to give myself a shot. And she was like, Mama, you can do it.
Mine's so kind to others.
She is. I told your mother we appreciate her so much.
Yeah, but when she had the COVID, she wore a mask.
Yeah, she
She
had that
was so
whole,
lucky.
she was out there working with them people when they had COVID. A lot of those nurses did not stay at home. Cause they did their duties, y'all. They went out there and all when that pandemic first came, it was bad. I have lost loved ones and everything. And I don't know if some of y'all had lost any, but it was so rough when that pandemic first came out. And my daughter was right out there. They needed people to go out of town. She was my daughter is kind of like a nurse on call. Sometimes she had to go out of town. And I'd be like, girl. And she was looking like an astronaut. They had so much stuff on them trying to see by others, but I'm like, girl, how did you still end up with COVID? She still had ended up with COVID. After all that stuff, she said just being around in the facility, some people still weren't wearing masks. Bad as it was, some of those people still weren't wearing masks. But I was just talking about some facts about arthritis. They said there are more than 100 types of arthritis related to rheumatic diseases. See, having arthritis is an immune thing, like rheumatoid arthritis. A lot of those type of arthritis, they deal with your organs. All of them have different types that are met with your body. It ain't just all pain. It really mess with you. And it's where at the point where you can't. It's not a cure. I mean, I've been dealing with stuff for years. I've been like, Lord, continue to give me strength. Like right now, it's kind of cool. I could put on me a jacket right now, and people will think I'm crazy because when I get cold, it make me hurt more. But it was cool yesterday. Was it cool to y'all yesterday? It been some cool weather these days lately. But like I said, there are more than 100 types of arthritis related to rheumatic diseases. As our nation top cause, they say arthritis is one of the number top cause of disability. Arthritis costs the United States economic over 300 billion annually in medical bills, lost wages, and associate expensive. Like I said, arthritis can be very deliberating. It can be painful, where you can't work, where you can't get out the bed. I have had some bad days. Before I had anything type of procedures done to me, when I used to put my foot down, it used to just straight hurt. It used to hurt. I'd have had procedures done to my hip on this left side. They have went inside my hip and tried to clean it up, try to get inflammation and bursitis and all that from building up. Cause that's what it is. It's inflammation. It's called swelling and pain. It caused swelling and pain. And they went in trying to do a procedure and trying to straighten it out for me. It eased, but it still come back. Um, they said that's one of the top disabilities in the United States, and it does cause you have to go to specialists like rheumatologists, and most of my rheumatologists with the insurance I got, because I don't get the full Medicaid, I'm paying out at least $30 or $45 for a copay. When I go tomorrow, whenever I go get a shot, that $38 a visit. Huh?
What time is it?
Time for you to take a bath? Woo! I don't know, but that's like 8:30. Go get him. It's time to take a bath, girl. Go tell them to fix your water. Um, every time, every time I go, my copay be from, like when I'm going to get them shots, be from $35 to $40 a visit, and they want me to come every week. Every week they want to give me a shot, so I go tomorrow. Like I said, oh, look, $40 they does adds up. But, I get those shots after a few days, they'll work a little bit. And then, it don't. Like they tell me that it's really to make me comfortable, make me feel comfortable. It ain't saying it's a guarantee that it'll stay away. But, anything that to make me feel better, I invest. They take it out of my money. I need me some Medicaid. I need me some something else. I'm gonna try to find me some more insurance. I can't get the full Medicaid. I can't get no. I can't get that insurance where they were putting me on like a. I supposed to been on like a 8 to 6 week treatment, but I had to skip 2 of them weeks because I was going through that infection. I was going through other issues and I missed 2 weeks, so I got to make up for 2 weeks. Sometimes they'll bill me, and then if I go back, they'll just put it all in one bill. Some of them doctors won't work with me. Some of them won't work with me. They be like, oh, we need to have this up front. But, if it's something gonna make me feel a little better, I do go for it. But if I feel like it's not worth it, like they were saying, no surgery will help me. They're not gonna risk that on that nerve right there, and I'm not gonna let them cut me right there, no way. But most people with arthritis also have conditions like heart disease, diabetes that further jeopardize their health. So, like I said, it ain't just all with pain. You have like heart disease, when you have diabetes, dealing with other illnesses, it's not good when you already got an ongoing condition. Like when they had that COVID going on, that's why they were saying, yeah, it adds up. That's why they were saying people with underlying conditions, wear your mask. Wear your mask.
I'm looking for my hand.
You need to go take a bath. He got the water running. Um, they were saying like I always would wear my mask. I still have my mask with me. I have it, where I need to get it. Like when they went bury my uncle the weekend, it was a lot of people at the funeral had their mask on because COVID is still out there, y'all. It's still out there. It's still out there. Don't think it's gone. It's still out there. That's why you really got to take precautions. Sometimes you have to just use better judgment on things. Like it's summertime now. People gonna be out and they're gonna be doing all kind of stuff. Jesus. But yeah, that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. I was talking about the I think I thank God for blessing me with my daughter and that she's learned the skill that she did, um, I wouldn't. Oh gosh, what happened? Okay. Oh, that's what they was talking about. You can put your Oh, okay. I see that now. They say you could put your avatar when you go live. Okay. I know Miss Key was talking about that yesterday, and I just hit it by mistake. But my daughter said, "Don't be taking all that medicine," and I trust my daughter because she worked with that kind of stuff. She let stuff go happen. You could be walking around here like Michael Jackson there, gonna be addicted to that stuff. So I told my daughter, I said, I can't be taking all them pills, I won't be able to function. But yeah, but that's just how bad a pain I be in sometimes. I'm being honest. If you don't know what pain is, if you don't really know how it really make you feel, it ain't nothing to play with. That's all I'm gonna say. But I just want to bring that to y'all today. Like I said, I will be doing some more awareness, sharing some more information and things like that about some of the things I want to go over this month. We also got the new challenges coming up next month also. So right here they said the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, offers more eye-opener facts. These are facts what I'm reading. Like I said, I'm not diagnosing nobody. I'm not just trying to tell nobody what to do. This is just commentary. Nearly 26 million of those with authorized in the United States are unable to do everyday activities. That's true. That includes everything from walking to doing household chores and engaging in work or social situations. More adults in rural areas of the United States are affected by arthritis, 1 in 3 in urban areas. Over half reported being limited by arthritis. That's true. 1 in 3 adults with arthritis are not physically active. 30% have fair poor health. 33% have severe joint pain. And that's I'll sit up here now. Y'all be hearing me when y'all be seeing me. I be grand. Y'all be hearing me grand over here. Yeah, it's no fun, y'all. It's not fun at all. But I'm living, and that's why I try to share and encourage others. You know, every day is not a good day, but there is something good in every day. I can't really see who's on the chat. I gotta go to my channel. But yes, I want to bring that to y'all today, and which I'll be sharing all month, whether I do shorts or live streams or posts. I'll be sharing different types of awareness this week. Today I started off, I just did an introduction of some of the awareness I'll be talking about. I'll be sharing some things about fibromyalgia, which I did tell y'all about last year, about some of the things that I was diagnosed with. I share about some of the things about real life issues that I have dealt with and still trying to overcome. I try to use it as motivation. I try to use it to encourage others, to let them know that, look, you're not alone. There are people out there that are going through. We look at things, we go through what we go through, but then I said, Lord, there's somebody out there going through worse things than I'm going through. That's why we can't take anything for granted. Continue to stay prayed up and continue to keep the faith. Like I said, my faith has been tested a lot. Sometimes God take us through these things just to get our attention. And He want us, He want us to be obedient. He want us to be obedient, guys. He really do. Yep, He does. Trying to get to my channel now on my computer. But I thank God for His grace and mercy for allowing me to be able to do what I'm able to do. I can't worry about what I used to do. I can't worry about what I can't do. I thank God for what I can do. I try to stay positive. I try to keep myself uplifted. That's why y'all always seeing me sharing inspiration, things to keep myself and others. Because there's someone out there wish they probably can do what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what it is. And I was just reading some facts about that. 80% of life is not what happened, but how you react. The other 20% is beyond your control. How you react to a situation can be just deadly. Yeah, I'm gonna do a panel. It probably be one day this week, Terry. I'm not sure what day, but I'm gonna do a panel. This right here is YouTube Direct. Um, they say you can get on panel with this, but I don't know how to do it. I think you have to give them the link before you go live. I gotta figure out how it works. But yes. So, but yeah, I wanted to bring that to y'all today about authorized awareness, and I also wanted to honor the ones that out there being nurses and that are nurses. If you stand by someone in your home or you taking care of them, I know that's a job also. And I know it can be stressful. But just remember to do what you can, and what you can't do, you have to just do what you're able to do. We must remember grace is more than a prayer or a mealtime. Grace is the great Lord, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, forgiveness and mercy. Yes, I be thanking him every day for his grace and mercy. Because I said, uh, like the song said, he didn't have to do it, but he did. And I think about it. He didn't have to wake me up this morning, but he did. You know, um, we are one of my homegirl. We went to the same school and everything, but she's older than me. She lost her daughter a couple of days ago to cancer. She was about 40. I mean, she was a young girl. Like, she had a lot going for her and stuff. But like I said, things happen. There's a lot of illnesses out here. Only thing we can do is just continue to take care of ourselves the best way we can. Um, you choose to eat right, or do some exercise, do whatever you think that you're able to do. But, you got to do what's best for you. And that's what I do. Hey, James, how are you doing? Happy Monday. Today I'm honoring the nurses, and I'm honoring my baby. That's my daughter right there, y'all. That's my twin. And I love her. I'm so proud of her. These flowers are for her and all the nurses. Like I said, that's a job. I see how swamped my daughter be. I can call. I'll be like, "You all right?" She was like, "Yeah." She just said, "I had a rough day today, because she's working up down the heart flow with the heart patients and stuff. That day when I came in for my when I was having chest pain, she came right on down there where I was, because she worked on that floor with people deal with heart problems. But other than that, I'm doing okay. Just taking one day at a time, actually. Yeah, yeah, she came out because my husband had already called her. They had already called her. I went to the hospital where she worked. And if anything go on with me or my family, we go to the hospital she work at. She probably can't wait on us there, but she can also just be there with us. So yeah, she know how I be. I get would I be in pain, and or either I'd have had an anxiety attack. Ooh, child, they have to calm me down and stuff like that. But I thank God that you know I thank God I'm not where used to be. You see what I'm saying? And her health, family. It's good to have a good support system, y'all. It's good to have somebody that's gonna be patient with you, gonna help you through some of your hard times and things like that. So what everybody been doing today? Y'all been doing some video. I saw you had cooked some so how was the plant-based food? I be buying stuff with plant-based. Some of it be pretty good. Sometimes you may have to add your own twist to it, but plant-based is what it say, plant-based. And it don't have a whole lot of seasoning. It don't have a whole lot of some of the things that we normally put on a steak. They might not have it on there. You might just have to spice it up a little bit. But I have like the turkey burgers. They be good. Like some of those snacks I be getting. I got an unboxing on that. Or like some of those snacks I be getting. Some of those are plant based. Okay, it's all right. I think I seen some of those. It was in a bag one. I think I seen some of those. But yeah, I know Walmart. I've seen a lot of different plant bases, different things. I'm gonna send you the copy of the Frank. I don't know, Frank. Do I know your email? I can go on and send y'all a copy of the challenges. But we just hadn't posted yet because it's in June. But if you want to go on and get a copy, y'all can. I can send it to y'all email. Oh, you are? Sass, I got your call that day. Frank, I don't know. Do I have your email? I don't know if he's still in the chat. If I got your email, Frank, we can send you a copy of the challenges. Then y'all will know ahead of time what to expect. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it when I get out. I don't know where Frank at, but I'm trying to see. Do I have his email? I had it a long time ago. Uh, you got an email? I was gonna send you a copy of the challenges. We was gonna tag y'all, but I'm just gonna. We were gonna put it up on the board probably next week. Girl, I don't know what I was talking, and my daughter was on. I was on the phone with my daughter, and I was saying I gotta send her the money, right? And see, let me. You know my email. I need a pen. I need a pen to get your email. Is your email on your channel, Frank? Cause I don't even have a pen. Like I remember that. You know mine? Do you know mine? I'm gonna put mine in the chat, Frank, because I don't even have nothing to write to her down with. The girl in there. Let me see. I don't know what McKee is. She could screenshot it for me. I'm gonna put mine in here. I can send y'all a copy of it tonight. That'll give you ahead of time to, if you want to decide you want to be in it. Just send me something. Just say hey. Then I had your thing one time before, but I don't know if you ever changed. If I typed your name in, I might pull it up. But I was trying to find Tamika's. I couldn't find her. Yeah, girl. I said, Sassy probably saying Georgia girl sent me out. Georgia girl sent me this. I said, oh Lord, I sent my light bill money to Sassy. I have to be careful because I told you somebody did me like that. I mess around and sit there. I ain't gonna call no name. It's somebody that be in my chat. And I mess around and sit this. I was trying to send $25 to my son. And I messed around and sent the $25 to a person, another person. She probably listened to that, but it don't matter. And she didn't want to give my something. I girl, I need my money. I got it by in about a day or two. I'm like, Jesus. Let me stop. But yeah, I have to be very careful. But Sassy, I appreciate you, girl. I really do. I would tell Big Key about she said, Mama G, you better be careful with that. Cause uh a lot of people ain't gonna do that. I know. Hmm. But I wouldn't do that to nobody. If you need something, and if Sassy said, George, girl, I need that $150. I probably would say, girl, I can't get it to you right now. Maybe I can get it to you. Maybe next month, but this month I need it. Sassy, because I did see you some when you wanted pride, right? I heard she probably said, Sassy, what did you say? I read off. My brother was getting on my nerves too. He was. I was on the phone with my daughter. My brother was just talking right, and he was having drinking. I'm like, boy, hey, I gotta send my money to somebody. I said, I'm glad I know who it is. Oh my God. And I have to be careful now. I be licking. I was like, it happened to me before. Okay, Frank, what's your name on? I think I'm friend with you, I believe. Oh, you said I was at work. Look like I can have my phone on me. Woo, child. Good, I probably come find you. I don't know where you. I said I got an email. I got an email. Good night.
What time is it?
It's time for you to go to bed.
Wait, what time is it?
8:59.
8:59. I go to bed at 9.
Well, you ain't got but 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
What is it?
I told my daughter she's an honest person. Cause somebody did be like that. Oh, it's 6:59. Where you at? Wow. Yeah, they. Oh, it was a long story, but they didn't send it back the same day. I got it 2 days later. I had to keep on saying, "Look, I need my money. I need my money." They was. But anyway, I wouldn't do that to nobody. I went on and text you. I said, girl, I messed around and sent you my money by mistake. Yeah, so your name was right up under my daughter some kind of way. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I looked on my thing and said, you sent $150 twice. I said, what? I thought I had sent it to my daughter twice. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I have to be real careful about that. Real careful. That happened to somebody else like that. Well, used to be over here. And they didn't want to give them their money back. I don't know why people want to do it. It's not your money. People make a mistake. I know that mistake do be on that person, but still not. Come on now. Time hard. People need their money now. Like I said, if Sasha said, George Gary, can you break me out $20 or $10? I probably could have. I could have let you keep that whole $150. I've been in the dog. My light bill would do the same day. Oh Lordy, but yeah. But Frank, your name Frank Gibson on Facebook. Cause sometimes I be letting my daughter take care of stuff for me, right? If I can't get out and go places, I let her go on and do it for me. Yeah. And she was like, Mom. She said, you got on glasses, you couldn't see? I said, I don't know. I said, your uncle, getting on my nerve. You were trying to talk about take him here, take him there. But we was at the store when I did it. And I said, Lord, jeez, I'm glad it was somebody I know. All right, Frank. But yeah, but that's what I wanted to basically talk about today, y'all, about arthritis. Like I said, arthritis is not an old disease. Babies get it. Babies get rheumatoid arthritis. It says 100 It's 100 different types of arthritis. So if you start having joint pain, painful knees, hands, your hands. I don't know if y'all ever heard of carpal tunnel, tendonitis. And see, I used to use those knives. I used to use knives and scissors on the job, and all that pain used to be shooting all up in my wrist. Them folk probably glad I got away from that job. 'Cause I stayed going to their doctor for my hand, my shoulder, because that's where I hurt this shoulder down on that job, and I made sure they took care of me. I went to their doctor now. I didn't sue them, but they took care of my medical bills. When I was going to therapy, they took care of all of that. Then I just was constantly having problem with my joints, and I didn't know a couple of years later that it was gonna have me where I couldn't go back to the job. You know what I'm saying? And that copper tone, it run in it start like down that thumb, and it'll run down in that wrist right there. Yeah. Then some people be having those trigger, they call it the trigger finger. Y'all know what I'm talking about? How some people have their finger, sometimes their finger gets stuck. Their finger gets stuck. They call that a trigger finger. Yeah, I have my joints in my fingers, they be hurt. And it's come from using your hands, because I used to use scissors and I used to use knives trying to cut them chicken. I learned something new today about the topic today. Didn't know kids. Yes, they can. Some kids be born with, arthritis is like a auto autoimmune disease. And if it bother your, lupus, you heard of lupus, right? A lot of people confuse lupus and arthritis because lupus, have you been in pain with lupus too? They thought I had lupus. But at first when they diagnosed me, that's what they thought it was. Until they did more tests. My numbers, when you get your blood work done, when you get blood work, they can tell you about everything. But yeah, some kids be born like that. They can be born with autoimmune disease, and it be arthritis, it be lupus, it be rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah. Like they said, we all used to think that, I know one of my teachers had, yeah, ain't no cure for it. And they thought my daughter had it too. They thought I had it, and they thought my daughter had it. My daughter, she deal with tendonitis, so she swells. So it's my mama. You done passed that stuff. As a dog, I mean, some stuff can be hereditary, but it just be your genes, your body, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's something serious too, I'm telling you. Yeah. But when that authorizes getting your immune system, like it can affect, when you have rheumatoid arthritis, affect your heart, it'll affect you can have diabetes, all that stuff. hmm That's why I be trying, y'all. I be trying to stick to certain foods, but it be hard. It be hard. It's a mind thing. That's what I'm telling you. It's really a mind thing. It really is. It really. I think I'm gonna get me some more tea tonight because I'm kind of cool. I don't know what's going on. How y'all you having your foot? Girl, it aches, don't it? It aches. I be having it in my hands and stuff. Um how y'all weather is? Girl, it was snowing where you were. Girl, it was still snowing. I saw your video. Sassy. I saw your video that day. I'm like, is it snowing where you at? Wow. Wow, Sassy. So when do it get warm in your area? For real? When do it get warm in your area though? Like right now, today, it's warm. but it's like it got a like a little it's a little chilly side. See on my at the bottom of my computer now they saying I don't know what it's cold front coming from. They said 66 degrees. That's why I said I feel some cool air. That's why I pulled my tea out that morning. I go, it was cool to me that morning. And that's when it get cool, my body aches. But wow. When you said it was snowing, I thought I was seeing I thought I'm like, really? It's still snowing where she live? Cause that just been a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? What friend? It raining where you at? It's like when that rain came down a couple days ago, it started getting cool. It started getting cool. So I believe that rain made it a little bit cooler. Yeah. Wow. So you said 6:59 where you at? And it's 9. When my grandma asked me what time it was, it was about 8 then, right? It was about 9 then. And so you like 2 hours different from me? Wow. I think that what Young Riz was that day. Cause we was trying to get that live stream. He was saying it was like 8 o'clock that day when I did the live stream with him. hmm So what y'all been doing today? Y'all been working on y'all channel? Y'all got some y'all want somebody to see? Sassy, you enjoy your water bottle? Are you enjoying your water bottle, Sassy? Terry got a mug. He should get it sometime. What you still doing up?
What time is it?
Girl, past your bedtime, 9:08.
I'm
9:08.
looking for something.
It's get in the bed.
I'm looking for something. Where is it?
You looking for what?
That little paper stool I made.
Okay. You just dropped the video. I gotta check it out. Okay. You're welcome. Let's see. Sassy just did a video. Y'all check her out. Frank, what you did today? Terry, did you do anything? Y'all make sure y'all check. I got some new members. Links. Just I don't know if y'all see. I got some new members and your links been dropped. Y'all make sure y'all check them out if y'all haven't. Uh, if y'all haven't connected with them. Most likely Miss Key probably gonna run something tonight if she ain't already live. She's still working on her monetization. I told her just do what she can and keep it pushing. That's what I did. It was rough, but I kept on pushing. Nights I know I went in the chat. I just let it stay on. Sometimes my husband used to unplug my TV, my computer, and all. I said, you gotta let it run a little bit more longer. So right now I'm just trying to maintain and just put out some commentary to try to stay positive and try not to use other people's content. So that's why you see me talking or reading. I'm not sharing no news videos. I just read it off the computer or something like that. But I got some more stuff coming up. Probably every day this week I'll be sharing something from awareness, whether I be live or video or short. But you'll be seeing some different information coming up on this channel. But I appreciate the ones that did tune in today. Like I said, I just want to honor those nurses and my daughter included, and I want to bring some information about arthritis. It's not an old disease; it's anybody disease. Children, babies. Something like I said. Some people have the kind where they can't even get out of bed. I mean, I have my days, but I do get up. I have to hop around in the house. Sometimes I got one of those little pushy things. If I walk a long way or if I'm going out of town, I take that with me. But most of the time, I use a cane just for support because of the way my joints are. Because I don't want to slip. If I slip and fall, I'm gonna hurt even more. So, um, I used to. It get depressing at times when you can't do what you normally do, but I try to keep moving. I try to keep moving. I don't let it define the person that I am. I keep going. I try to do the best I can, but if I don't feel like doing it, I don't do it. Like when I went to my uncle's funeral, I had a headache so bad. I had a headache so bad after I left my uncle's funeral. I just rested. That's why y'all never see me come out live. I just rested because I was crying a little bit and just thinking about him. But like I said, he lived his life and everything. But I just wasn't. I was just. Whew, it just felt like I don't know. Then I had heard about my homegirl daughter died the same day, and I'm just like, wow, life is short, y'all. Life is short. That's why people need to do right, treat people right, you know, accordingly. If you deal with them, deal with them. If you don't, you don't. And go on about your business. That me. I don't, I don't try to get into nobody's beefs. I don't want to be in nobody's beef. I don't want to be added to none. I don't, I don't have time for that. I don't. I really don't. I deal with who deal with me. You see what I'm saying? I deal with who deal with me. And I do appreciate the ones that have been supporting me. Like I said last week, I knew I couldn't have got this monetization without you all and God. I knew I wouldn't have been able to get it back then. People watched my videos. People shared me. They, you know, did it all. And I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. I had a headache that day after I left. I wasn't going to go to the funeral, but, I went on. And I was asking God to give me strength because I wanted to say something about my uncle. I was able to say a couple of words, but I cried. But I just wanted him to know because I hadn't seen him in years because he had got ill and went to a nursing home. But when I was sitting there, he was laying there, just brought back so many memories about me as a child. I used to go to church with him. My uncle was a holiness preacher. He was one of them preachers would knock you off your feet. You hear me? He wasn't no preacher to put that oil on you and touch your head. And next thing you know, you be on the floor. He was one of them preachers, y'all. And I used to be like, when as a child, I used to be like, why don't people all on the floor? What they doing on? I didn't really know as a child that just the Holy Ghost, the Spirit, how it was. I mean, I used to be like, what they doing? The clothes would get nasty. Some of them had been pulled out the shoe, the spirit just be they hit them. I didn't know as a child what was going on, but as I got older and my faith started to get stronger and my spirit, you know, I started feeling the power of the Lord. Like I said, people worship different ways, and some people in the holiness church, some in the Baptist, some in the Catholic, some into what's the hills? Muslim. A lot of them into that. Okay, why I need to hear this? I appreciate what he said. Yeah, take care of me, sharing some inspiring words and stuff. Uh, yeah, 6 to 8% of their life is not what happens, but how you react. Those 20% is beyond your control. How you react to a situation. That's true. Can be just as deadly as the situation. That is so true. That's why I said I can't let things define who I am. I know I'm a child of God. I'm not perfect. It ain't nobody perfect. We all fall short of glory. We all deal with things. But some people are stronger than others. And, some people have to help others out. Because you never know when you might need somebody help. You know what I'm saying? You never know when you might need someone help. So I come on this channel. I share what I share. I be want my chat to be as positive as it can be. But if I have to take care of some trolls, hey, do what we gotta do. But other than that, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this on up in a few more minutes. Y'all don't forget to go over there and check out Sassy new video. I'm not sure if Frank did anything. My members probably dropped something today. I try to acknowledge those. I make sure I'm trying to see, make sure they channels are being dropped. Oh yeah, I see Miss Patty. I was trying to see with Sandra Clark and Jules. They had joined my membership. I'm trying to see if their name been dropping. Because I had put them in there last night. Frank, you did something today? Oh, you said, oh, I know. You said, I still don't understand it. If the spirit don't lead me to fall, I won't. It gotta be, I have done it. I have did it, Frank. The spirit got to be, it's like this. You can't describe it. It's just like something just come over your body. Some just come over your body, and it's powerful. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It's powerful, and um, it has happened to me. I, I'm easily to I give him the spirit a lot. I do. Y'all probably seen me over him about to shout. It's just that overwhelming feeling you get. So they call it when you get happy. Anybody in the chat that got happy before? When I get like that, I cry. I just, sometimes I might stream out, just telling God, thank you. But it gotta be that what's in you. You gotta be to have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be to have that feeling. Like it's very hard to describe. That's all I can say. But when that feeling get to you, Frank, you gonna know it. Cause it gonna be powerful. And let it just release. Let it happen. Don't stop it. Let it happen. That's why when people be at church, they get the spirit hit them. Some people try to make them sit down, or they'll get the fan on them. They be like, don't stop them. That's God. It's God done. Cause I was and my husband, I think I scared my husband. When we was at my husband aunt funeral, the spirit hit me. He thought I was having a panic attack. Oh Lordy good. He told my he told the church. I thought Amy was having a panic attack. She got to screaming and crying and just. And my daughter said, "Oh, Dad, you finally see how Mama be when she be at church." It just like I can't describe. I just can't describe it. I really can't. So, how is it? How and what? Hey, husband. What? Ernest, stop. Y'all see my hub in the chat. You need to stop, Ernest. You remember that day when we was at the church? Stop, man. That my hub in the chat, y'all. Y'all see my hub in the chat. Ernest Moore, that's my husband. You so funny, man. You funny. You funny. You remember that day we was at your auntie funeral? You remember we was at your auntie funeral, and I was sitting back there by you, and they was singing that song about he been good, he been good, he been good, he been good. You know, you surprised, you sure did. Oh, you give me a thumb up. You better hit that thumb button. Give me a super chat. Hit that dollar sign now. I scared you that day at church, Jenna, but I'm just talking about how the spirit be hitting up when the spirit hit you. Can't nobody. That my husband, y'all. He done got his new phone. He just wanna play around with it. Mm-hmm. Hit that dollar sign down there and get me a super chat. He don't even know how to do it. I told him. I said, hit that thumb button. You see that thumb button up there? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, you surprised me. I told you be peeping in my chat. I already know you be peeping in him. But I was just talking. You gave me a thumbs up. You knew I was lying. You both been called. You probably saying, she lied. Do what? Bye. You ain't gonna hit that dollar sign? That my husband, y'all, of 34 years. Ooh, this year be 35. He's learning about YouTube. He be over here watching different stuff. I said, you over here watching other people, you better come over here and give me a thumbs. That's what I told him, y'all. He told he be watching Country Wayne, or he like watching Country Wayne, y'all. Like, what? I said, you go watch Country Wayne, you better come over here and give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna call you when I get off of this right here. I'm about to finish this up. But yeah, the spirit had hit me that day in church, right? But it ain't nothing that, you can avoid. It's not something that you can avoid when the spirit hits you. It's just like, God, that's God done. That's God done. And it's kind of like a good feeling. It's kind of like a good feeling when the spirit hits you. But you gotta be the witness this to be able to say, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, no, your daddy coming in my chat. I'm like, I thought it was you, Junior. But I forgot you probably got even more. But cause my son and my husband, I named my son after my husband. And I thought it was my son at first. No, that's my husband. He heard me say something about a feeling. He told me what it feel like. He's so that man's so silly. He's so silly. But yeah. But anyway, guys. I enjoyed y'all. But that's my hubby, y'all. Just looking at the chat. But I'm finna get off of here. Okay. She better be in that bed and now. Y'all know I'm loud. Don't come around that door. Hey, my grandbaby. What they say? Hey, my grand. Yeah, I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, my grandbaby. Look at.
We getting that team for his boy birthday.
He needs some cough syrup because he been coughing.
He don't want to take it. I gotta force it in his mouth.
Well, give him some because he has been coughing. Your granddaddy came in the chat. Because I was here talking about when the spirit hits you. It'd be the feeling that come over, right? And you can't really describe it. You come in the chat talking about what feeling you talking about.
Ouch.
You had a good day today?
No.
Let me show you this picture right here. I was telling them about
I'm not even doing that thing already.
I don't even know how old you was right here. Right here. How old you were right there?
I don't know.
Cause your mama hadn't even had KJ yet. You had to be like what?
Yeah, when life was nice.
That's good. You probably about what, about 7 or 8? No, I don't think you that old, y'all. That's my older granddaughter, y'all. Yeah, your mama told me about your grades too. Mm-hmm. Okay, you thought I forgot. Y'all been cutting up. Mm-mm. But that was my daughter when she graduated for LPN. I'm gonna get you when I get out this live. I'm gonna get both of y'all. You're too close to getting out of school to want to not be doing right. Anyway, y'all, but good night. You saw my husband when he came in here sassy. He heard when I said I can't describe his feeling. He's about what feeling? I would get that man gonna come in here and saying that like talk about what feeling you talking about. I'm like, you remember that day? He tried to be smart. Oh, I told him he'll peep to my surprise, you do. He'll peep up in my chat. I thought he was my son, cause my son named the same thing my husband. Cause my husband, he ain't on social media like that for real, but he do be on here watching. He do come in my chat sometimes. He did surprise me tonight though. He surprised me. Well, all right, Sassy. Good to see you. I'm finna go and wrap this up, but I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm finna this orange over here. The girl didn't even eat it. Thank y'all for tuning in and just keep your bells on. There's more awareness content coming up. I'll be sharing different topics all month. Whether I come live or video or post, you'll see some of the things that I'll be sharing. And like I said, it's all for educational purposes only. This is not to judge or tell anybody about, their lives or what they should do. This is just commentary. And Sassy was saying she learned today that she didn't know kids have arthritis. Yes, they do. They be born like that, or they eventually get like that because of the immune system. Things dealing with their immune system, stuff like that. I have learned a lot about my body as I got older. When I was young, I didn't know a lot of stuff that I didn't know now. Then I do know now. I'm gonna talk about menopause. When I do the women health, I'm gonna be talking about menopause. I'm gonna be talking about uh, hot flashes and different things like that. And you know, just gonna be commentary. Talk about what age you start getting menopause, the age, what age you should be to start getting your mammograms and your colonoscopies and your different things like that. Just commentary because after you reach a certain age, you're supposed to start getting these type of screenings for your breast, for cancer and all those different things. Your doctor, if you going to your doctor regular, they'll tell you, look, you just turned 35 or you just turned 40. It's a certain age they will tell you when you start. And it's good that you get those screenings and checkups because early detections does save lives. And what I do over here, I just share information, share awareness, and most of the awareness I share, I does have merch behind it. This I got a mental health t-shirts. Everything is 20%, 25% off this this week. I have some summer shirts like t-shirts, crop shirts, different shirts. Y'all can check out my website. Everything 25% off. I'm trying to see tomorrow. I know I got a doctor appointment, so probably when I come back, I'll probably share some stuff. But anyway, you guys, thank y'all for coming over. I'm not sure who live. But Tara said, "Thank you, Jesus, by Voices of Inspiration Choir." Oh, okay. Um, Miss Key probably live. Most likely she is, or she going live. Y'all check out everybody who did come in today. Thanks to everybody who did come in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. And shout out to those nurses again. I think you all do a good job. And to my daughter, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being who you are. And continue to keep God first. And He will direct your path. And until next time, bye bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.